Hello and welcome to the Twisted Hobbies Crack Yak build video. In this segment of the build video, we are going to begin building the airframe. We will start by bending all the hinges on the control surfaces to loosen them up. Now fold the control surfaces back on each other and apply some weight. This will make a huge difference in the control surface's flexibility. In return, your servos will not have to work nearly as hard. Okay, now we're going to begin the gluing process. I would like to mention that I'm using a painter's drop cloth to keep my workplace clean, and I'm wearing rubber gloves to keep my hands free of any glue. So if I do get glue on my hands, which you will, you can just take them off and then put a new pair on and have a fresh pair of hands to work with. You're not going to be getting glue all over your plane. So anyway, I'm showing you here that they're notched out differently on both wings, so you can't get them wrong. You can't put them in backwards. So you're good to go there. That was a nice thing they did for you. Make it nice and simple. So anyway, we're going to begin by putting welder's glue onto the fuselage or the wing. It doesn't matter what you do first. And you kind of squeeze it out and you do this nice circular motion to get it nice and even. Now, once you finish doing that to both sides of your fuselage, you're going to want to start doing it to your wing. Essentially what you're doing here is you're going to glue both places where it's going to be glued together, and you're going to let it tack up for about 5 minutes, and then you're going to mush it together. And what that's going to do is create pretty much an instant bond. It's not going to be all the way dry once you put it together, but it'll be nice and tacky and firm, and you can work with it and press it together, and it's going to set up nice and quick. So go ahead and do that to both of your wings. If you get any excess glue on your plane, just go ahead and wipe it clean with a paper towel. While you're waiting for your wings and fuselage to tack up, you can now do the same exact process to the upper portion of the fuselage and the canopy. Before applying glue to the canopy, pre-fit it to your fuselage to ensure you're gluing the right side. You should now be about ready to glue on your wings to your fuselage. As you can see here, all you do is slide them together and make sure everything is nice and lined up. Also, if there is any excess glue, just go ahead and wipe it off with a paper towel. Gluing on the canopy is a little bit more tricky than gluing on the wings. The trick here is you want to start with the very front tip of the canopy and just roll it all the way back. Now you can add some weight to ensure that everything dries nicely together. You will now need to cut out all excess foam, making room for the wooden spar. There are also 2 tabs where the side force generators go. Go ahead and cut those out as well. Go ahead and test fit your spar to make sure there's no hang-ups and it just goes in nicely as it should. Before we glue in the wooden spar, we will get the glue ready for the horizontal stabilizer so it can tack up while we're gluing in the spar. You now want to apply glue to both sides of the wooden spar. As you can see, I'm holding it in the middle because there's a notch for the upper portion of the fuselage to where you don't need glue there. So that works out nice. As you see, I'm holding the wing apart to separate it. So when you slide the wooden spar in, you pretty much don't squeegee off all the glue, and you try and get some down in there. And just go ahead and press it on in. There will be some excess glue that squeezes out, so don't hesitate to wipe that off with a paper towel. This will take a while to tack up due to the fact that we put the spar in wet, so just keep playing with it and pushing it together until you're sure it's made a nice solid bond. We will now attach the horizontal stabilizer and wipe away any excess glue. You can now place some weights on the plane to ensure that the horizontal stabilizer and wooden spar dry perfectly into place.